just what you possess, or are you content living under his caress, living under duress? So taken with me, but you're taken. Oh, what does that mean? Possessions, never what it seems. Still you're taken in another man's dream. You won't see me now, not even for tea, and I wonder how this all came to be. If I could go back, I'd not change a thing, 'cause you're still the best thing that's happened to me. You're taken with me, but you're taken. Oh, what does that mean? Possessions, never what it seems. Still you're taken in another man's dream. Thank you.
Okay, this is called Change.
You can change your mind anytime, and you do. I never know what you'll say one night to the next day, but baby, it's okay. 'Cause when you hold me, the world stops spinning. And when you make your way to kiss me, I get so dizzy. I can't stand it when you say that you're leaving. I never know from one minute to the next if I'm and you do.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask Annie a few questions, and after we do a bit of that, she's going to do 2 more songs, and then we'll open up questions for you guys too. So I'll chase you down with the microphone after she does a couple more. What inspired the first tune, Karenina?
Well, there's the book, obviously, and do I need this mic for this? Yeah, I just did. Okay. Yeah, well, there's the book, and then there's just like the general longing that we all feel for things that we can't have. And so it's like deep, deep sorrow and misery, but also like cross-referenced with the joy for the ability to feel that. And also just like the knowledge that, you know, that's what grown-ups do. Like, you know, you don't just take what you want.
How do you come to a point that you're just doing vocal-based music using a loop pedal?
It was the only thing that I had. Like, it was the only way that I could make music. I've volunteered to be in bands my whole life, and no one has ever bitten. So now I'm super grateful for that, because I did this out of desperation. Like, because I can't play any instruments, and I don't have the patience to learn other than, you know, these guys. So.
Do you find, when you're getting started, did it seem natural to go to a loop pedal, or was that something you just saw as like, oh, this is a way for me to get my ideas out?
I borrowed one from a friend and picked it up super quickly. And I mean, it took me a while to actually start like composing my own songs, but it was really easy to just layer harmonies, because I've been doing that since I was a little kid, like singing harmonies over the radio.
Well, okay, so how is it that you normally start putting together a piece of music? Do you start with a lyric? Do you start with a melody?
I can tell you about that. I usually start with a loop. Like, I'll start with a loop, and then I'll just start layering, and I'll get something that I really like. And if it comes to that, where I get something that I really like, then I let it play and play and play, which is just awesome for my neighbors and, you know, like my partner. Like, that's really fun for them. So yeah, I just have this music playing, and I'm writing lyrics, and I usually finish a song in a day. Like, it either takes a day or it takes like 3 months. It just depends, but usually it's a day. In fact, I think my best stuff has been finished in a day.
Do you have like a I hate to say formula. How do you know when you've got enough loops going that you're ready to start writing lyrics to it?
Okay. I used to just keep layering until it sounded really like muddled. And so now I just try to do like, I try to be more minimalist about it and do like maybe 5 to 7 loops.
What would you do before? How many?
Like 10, 15, I don't even know. Like, it was ridiculous, but I was just having so much fun with it. It was before I really knew like what I was doing as far as composing went, and just doing it like, oh my God, now this sounds so pretty. It sounded great to me because I knew how it was like built, but without any reference point for anyone else, it was terrible. So, yeah.
So when I met you, you're playing with a band. Mm-hmm. What's the name of that band?
Domestic Drone.
Did that come before this? Or
no. They invited me to sing with them after they heard my solo project, and my bass player is actually out in the audience right now. They're super supportive, awesome people, and I'm crazy honored to work with them. They were my favorite instrumental band. They were really my favorite band in town, you know, so now I'm in my favorite band in town. It's kind of...
And do you use the looping in Domestic Drone?
No, I use effects, but it's, I mean, I may at some point, but at this point, like, there's so many frequencies and textures going on, it really doesn't feel necessary at this point. We'll see what happens in the future, though.
Do you feel like it's easier writing with Domestic Drone or doing your own stuff?
I feel like I get possessed by different ghosts. Like, it's always my ghosts with me and what I'm writing. So it's always easy. I mean, it just comes out. And then when I'm working with their stuff, it's like different stuff comes up. I feel like I write not darker, but like, I don't know, there's something about like, I get like this edge when I write for them. That's actually why I perform under a different name. Like, aside from the fact that we're all Twin Peaks fans in the band, I perform under Annie Palmer in that band because that's my father's last name. And I feel like that's like the more masculine side of me in those lyrics, yeah.
Are the rest of the people in the band, are they men?
Yeah.
Boys?
Yeah.
So what made you decide to start doing a solo thing initially? Just a reason to get ideas out?
Just the need to make music. Just the need to do it, the need for that outlet. I don't think that I was ever like okay until I started making music. Like, I was a total mess, and now everything like just makes more sense. I mean, not everything makes sense, but everything makes a lot more sense. Do
you think you'll ever add other members to Evasive Flowers?
No. Absolutely not. That's mine. But I definitely plan on working with other people. I mean, like, at least I hope to. There's a couple musicians that I am hoping to collaborate with, and I'm hoping that'll work out. I don't know if I can really work one-on-one with people like that, though. Like, when I write for Domestic Drone, they're playing the songs, and I'm writing to that. And I've been writing my whole life. I started writing poetry when I was 12. So, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if, like, jamming is something I can do. I've always been really, like, averse to it. And so we'll see what happens, though. I mean, I'm willing to push myself and try to, like, do as much as I can with music now that I'm doing it. So do you have a short list or a long list of people that you want to collaborate with? Do you think it'll be more than just a collaboration, or you think it'll just be a bunch of one-off things, or you think you might put together a small record to record with them? It's going to depend on the person and depend on how well we work together. And I mean, I think if I can work with someone, then I can probably put out an album with them. You know, it's just initially like, can we do this together? Because, I mean, people are hard to work with. I'm hard to work with. I know this. I've tried. So
you said you perform under the name Annie Palmer with Domestic Drone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you keep the same name with Evasive Flowers?
No, that's Annie Adams. That's my mother's last name.
All right.
Yeah.
Annie Adams is going to perform a couple more songs, and then we'll do a Q&A with the audience.
We're to that point already. This is going fast. What was I going to play? Okay. Shaka, 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 While I come from Alabama,
It rained all night the day I left. The weather it was dry. Sun so hot I froze to death. Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, now don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Had a dream the other night when all was quiet and still. I dreamt I saw my old Susanna. Coming round the hill. A buckwheat cake was in her mouth. A tear was in her eye. She said, I come from Dixieland. Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, now don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. With a banjo on my knee.
Thanks. Okay, this is the leader.
Thank you.
I think now we're ready for questions from the audience. Does anybody have any questions they'd like to ask?
Have you ever considered collaboration with, let's say, maybe a very saturated 12-string with, you know, lots of delay for ambience?
You mean, have I ever considered putting instruments into Evasive Flowers that are like musical instruments? Absolutely not. I have considered a keyboard, just because, like, I don't know, I feel like I can mimic a lot of string instruments fairly well, but like can't really do piano. So, you know, maybe like a tiny synth, maybe, but it's really a primarily vocal project. So, thanks. Word.
Any other questions?
Okay, I need to know how you know about Old Susanna. I mean, it's not taught anymore in school. I mean, that was 52 years ago that I learned it.
My mom taught it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys sing it in school? I mean, anybody of this younger? You did. That's impressive. And I love the way you interpreted it.
Thank you so much.
Did you channel anybody other than Mom for that one?
Oh, I'm sure I did.
Okay. Because those would be interesting to know who those were.
Yeah, it would.
Okay. And tell me about Leader, please.
Oh man, I mean, most of my songs just come from a really dark place. I was actually having a really good time when I wrote that song. And I was trying to recreate a song called What I Saw, which is on my EP, which I have EPs, by the way, for sale, everybody here. They're really pretty, they're like hand painted, so. I wrote that, and I mean, I'm drawn to darkness, and I'm not really sure where the lyrics came from, once again, but it was a dark time, it was a happy night, and I wrote that song. Thank you.
Hang on, I'll be right there.
Who do you consider to be your musical influences?
Oh my God.
Yeah, who do you
It's so
consider to be your
long.
musical influences?
Musical influences. I grew up listening to like Tori Amos and Nine Inch Nails and Fiona Apple and Nirvana, all that old school like 90s jams. And like lately it's been really mainly Grimes. Like I cannot stop listening to Grimes. It's been like a couple years since I discovered her, and I just fell in love, and I just want her to put out more stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, there's so many. My mom wrote songs, and I think that was what like made me think like, hey, you know, I could do this. My mom did it. So, yeah.
Any other questions?
Is Mom performing?
Mom performs in the car with me. She released a recording with Rudy Love of her song Nightingale, and it's really good. I should burn CDs of that actually and sell those. Good thinking. Yeah, she's amazing. My mom's amazing.
So is your mom here tonight?
She is. Her name's Rebecca Adams. And Mom, stand up. Wave to the crowd. Does anybody else want to
Anybody
ask anything?
else? If not, I'm going to go ahead and say some thank yous to DigitalBrand for letting us have this here tonight, and for videotaping. Also, big mention for all the flyers. We'll be doing this again the first Friday of next month. Annie Adams is going to perform a few more songs to close us out. Thank you.
you help me? I seem to be lost. I sold a great big piece of me. It was too great a cost, and I want it back. But you know what they say, when you bargain with the devil, it doesn't work that way. I have nightmares. I almost don't survive when a body knows she's going to hell. It's amazing the things that she'll do to stay alive. Whoa.